Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining our encore webinar on achieving project management success with an Office 365 Intranet. I'm Sudhi Gumi, the Director of Marketing at BizPortals Solutions, and I'm joined here by Anil Gursahani, who's our Solutions Lead. So to kick off, many of you are familiar with what an Office 365 Intranet is and its capabilities as a digital workplace solution. We will get into what an Office 365 Intranet is in the presentation for those of you that are not familiar. But in short, an Office 365 Intranet really is a tool that manages and organizes your documents and content, your Office forms, communication, as well as your projects so that you have one central source of truth and one central place for your work. And for today's webinar, we'll be focusing on an Office 365 Intranet as a project management solution and how it can help you achieve project management success by keeping your projects and tasks organized, centralized, and clear, so everyone knows what to do, knows where things stand, and can easily get what they need to get work done. So that's today's focus of our webinar today. So our agenda will be as follows. First, we're going to give you a quick introduction to our team and company for those of you that are not familiar with us and our team. And then second, we will set the stage with some key criteria and considerations for a project management solution so that you can see how an Office 365 Intranet stacks up and meets that criteria as a project management solution. And then third, we will talk about what an Office 365 Intranet is, its project management features and capabilities, and how it can help you achieve project management success. And then fourth, Anil will demo our BizPortals 365 product to visually show you what an Office 365 Intranet can do and how it can help you better manage your projects. So BizPortals 365, our product, is a comprehensive and turnkey Office 365 Intranet. It instantly connects to your Office 365 environment, and it has all of the features that we will be talking about in today's webinar. And then finally, we will end with some Q&A, so you can ask any questions on what we cover. We will leave Q&A for the end, but please ask questions throughout the presentation. And please use the chat tool of GoToWebinar as your microphone is on mute. So that was the agenda. So as far as intros, again, I'm Sudhi Gumi, the Director of Marketing at BizPortals Solutions. Prior to joining BizPortals, I was a management consultant at PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC, focused on digital strategy and digital transformation. And then I'm joined by Anil Gursahani, who's our Solutions Lead. He leads our customer implementations. He has over 12 years of experience building and implementing Intranet and digital workplace solutions and is an Office 365 and SharePoint expert. He will be providing the demo as well as answering your questions during the Q&A. So as a company, BizPortals Solutions, we are a full-service Office 365 and SharePoint shop based in Orange County, Southern California, and we have offices in Boston and in India. I mentioned that we have our BizPortals 365 product. So we have our own internal product development team, and we also provide customization, implementation, planning, migration, and other Office 365 and SharePoint services internally as well. We have over 15 years of experience developing Intranet and digital workplace solutions on SharePoint and Office 365. So we're experts in these areas as well as the Microsoft platform as a whole. And our customers are primarily small to medium-sized businesses, as well as larger businesses as we work with teams and departments within these larger businesses. And then we've been a Microsoft Gold partner for over 15 years as well. So to start and set the stage, we have some key criteria and considerations for any project management solution. So when considering a project management solution and assessing which tool is right for you, here are some kind of key and core considerations and criteria for any project management solution. So as you know, there are many project management tools out there, from the basic crude spreadsheet to complex and expensive solutions. But we believe any project management solution that you choose should meet the criteria that we have here. And then you can see, and we'll show you how an Office 365 Intranet stacks up against this criteria as a project management solution. So first, any project management solution that you pick or use should obviously have features that you need. An obvious statement, but you should look for a solution that addresses your project needs from from a feature as well as a cultural standpoint. So from a feature standpoint, a project management solution should meet the requirements of various projects within your business. So really, we would say avoid spreadsheet programs that come up short if you are managing projects that have larger scopes, involve multiple stakeholders, and require different teams to be working together simultaneously. And then also avoid over-complex solutions that may look good on paper with lots of features and bells and whistles, but really too many features packed into solution doesn't necessarily equate or make for a better choice. So features need to make sense and be useful for you. So don't pay for features that you're not likely to ever use. So ideally, you want a simple to use solution with a concise set of features that your businesses and employees will use and get value from. And then second, cost effective. Cost effective not just in terms of setup and subscription and licensing costs associated with project management solutions, but also consider the cost of your time and resources needed to manage the tool from setup to get up and running and started to maintenance, to ongoing maintenance as you continually use the tool. So in other words, ideally you want a solution that requires as minimal amount of investment dollar-wise and involves little to no overhead and maintenance and minimal to no IT so that you can get a faster ROI, more bang for your buck. And then it should be flexible. It should fit into your existing technology capabilities, your existing systems and workflows and processes, primarily through integrations. Your project management tool would ideally integrate with your existing business systems, such as your CRM, your ERP, and other business systems that you're using currently. And it would fit in with your existing processes and workflows and help you automate workflows where there are gaps in your business. For example, your forms or timesheets associated with your projects. And then flexibility in terms of customization. You should be able to customize the solution here and there, have the tool adhere to your specific business needs, because not all businesses operate the same, of course. And then mobility, giving you the flexibility to use the project management tool to help you get work done and push projects along from at any time, from any place, by being accessible on any device. And then flexibility in terms of scalability. So future anticipated needs are always a consideration. So as you grow, add more work, employees, and processes, the project management tool should be scalable and grow with you, yet not be overbought with features and functionality that just aren't required. And then, of course, ease of use. Ease of use from setup and implementation to ongoing use, your employees' use of the project management solution. As I mentioned, having a solution that is concise in its features will definitely go a long way. And then it should also be easy to use for all skill levels of your employees. So a tool that's difficult for users to benefit can be obviously problematic and can result in a lack of buy-in unless there's sufficient training, which is not ideal. And then product and technical updates. So a PM solution should provide product support from the vendor support team, as well as self-help tools such as how-tos, knowledge base FAQs, and in-context help features, so your users are self-reliant as much as possible. And also technical support. The vendor of your project management solution would ideally support you during migration, implementation, ongoing product updates, and even when you are scaling your operations. So this was some key criteria and considerations for a project management solution. And now we'll talk about what an Office 365 Intranet is and how it stacks up against this criteria as a project management solution. So first, what is an Office 365 Intranet? For a little background, and you'll see how a project management solution fits and integrates within an Office 365 Intranet. So an Office 365 Intranet is built off of the Office 365 and SharePoint framework, and it extends this framework into an intranet and digital workplace solution. It extends the Office 365 and SharePoint framework through some development and configurations to deliver one, increased and more flexible usability so that you can organize and access things more quickly, have dashboard views, drag and drop features, the ability to easily publish content, and much more. These were just a few examples, and Anil will show you what that usability can look like in the demo. And then two, an Office 365 Intranet delivers added functionality. So for example, The document management and collaboration features that come out of the box with Office 365 and SharePoint, those are enhanced. But with this BizPortals 365, we've extended the functionality even further beyond the basic Intranet features with modules and features for project management, with the features that we'll discuss in just a few minutes, forms management, and HR and employee management, and more. So with BizPortals 365, we've extended the functionality of Office 365 into a comprehensive intranet that helps manage critical functions of your business. And then 3, in Office 365, Intranet integrates with Office 365 tools to bring in key functionality. So for example, Outlook integrates with Outlook for email integration, so you can get email notifications on important company and project news, upcoming task deadlines, document updates, approvals, and more. So any kind of notices or things that need your attention from a project management standpoint, as well as a company-wide standpoint. And then OneDrive for your file storage, Teams and Yammer for project discussions and real-time communication, Microsoft Planner to supplement your task management dashboards, Microsoft Flow, which is an important key tool to automate your manual forms and workflows, Power BI to make data and reports easy to digest and understand with graphs, visuals, and dashboards. So these are some key Office 365 tools and functionality that are integrated within Office 365 Intranet in one solution, in one unified experience, rather than using them as separate standalone tools in your Office 365 toolset. And then with BizPortals 365, we've enabled the ability to integrate with other business applications, your existing business applications like your CRM and ERP, for example, to bring in and distribute data, reports, and bring in workflows from these external systems. So to maximize and continue to get more out of your existing business systems. Then, since it is built off of the Office 365 and SharePoint framework and Office 365 Intranet, it directly and instantly connects to your Office 365 and SharePoint environment. So really imagine this as another tool in your Office 365 toolset. And in Office 365 Intranet is, of course, cloud and web-based so that you can access it from anywhere at any time on any device. So really, in sum, an Office 365 Intranet can be your go-to comprehensive workplace solution that brings your business and Office 365 together in one cohesive place and one cohesive and unified experience. But for today's webinar, again, we are focused on specifically on the project management capabilities of an Office 365 Intranet. So that's what we will dive deeper into in the next couple of slides. So in terms of project management features and capabilities, an Office 365 Intranet provides team and project sites. It has dedicated team and project sites and configurable admin controls and user level permissions for within team and cross team project execution. And you can create dedicated sites and workspaces based on team, based on project, based on location, or however you want to facilitate and organize yourselves around the work and collaboration that needs to be done. Then it also has dashboard views. It provides dashboard views so you can get a high level and consolidated view of all of your projects, or just one of your projects, or even just projects that you individually are assigned to and manage. So it provides a quick manager level view into how many projects are in progress, which projects are completed, on track, at risk, and more. And then you can build and tailor different dashboards for different stakeholders and your different needs. And then it provides task management features. So an Office 365 Intranet allows you to list your tasks with due dates, but also assign team members to tasks. So very useful and powerful feature for managers and team collaboration as a whole. You can get tasks, you can set tasks, by priority and give task deadlines so everyone knows what needs to be done and by whom. And then you can also order and organize tasks in ways that make sense to you. So that means grouping them together, adding subtasks for tasks that require multiple steps. And then you can sort and view tasks in different ways. For example, by employee, by department, by completion date, etc. So you can locate and organize your tasks quickly. And then you also have issue tracking and custom lists within Office 365 Intranet. So you can easily create and manage custom lists for whatever your project tracking needs may be. For example, a common and most useful one for project management, at least, is an issue and risk tracking list that includes the level of risk, the owner and resolution path. So you can easily create such lists, as well as resourcing lists, time tracking lists, and more for whatever information you need to track to make sure projects get to the finish line. Then you also have real-time reporting and graphical reporting capabilities. So in Office 365, Intranet provides reporting tools to create reports on project status, resource allocation, and more. And then you can turn these reports into visuals and graphs as an Office 365 Intranet integrates with Power BI, which is a powerful data visualization tool. And then scheduling and planning. It has team, project, and shared calendars and visualization tools so that you can view projects and tasks in a timeline or a milestone or a Gantt chart view so that everyone is on the same page and marching to the same deadlines. And then you have collaboration and communication features. In terms of collaboration and communication, you of course have file sharing, content, and document management, where you can create, collaborate simultaneously, and house various content and documents. And you can organize your documents by team or project, and can search for documents across the intranet, so you can easily and quickly find what you need, what you're looking for. And then Office 365 Intranet also has integrated and embedded project discussions and discussion boards so that you can keep your projects and communication streamlined and right there with your projects in one place. And it helps team members really quickly communicate with each other in real time rather than sifting through the piles of emails for the communication. And then use alerts and notifications. You can post important company or project news to the whole company or to just your particular project team. And importantly, in Office 365, Intranet has alerts and notifications. So these notifications can be for tasks, when a task is assigned or due, or if a task is pending and needs action. So as you can see, in Office 365, Intranet provides core and critical project management capabilities and features for your project needs. And Anil will visually show you all of these features in the demo later on. So now that you've seen what features and capabilities Office 365 Intranet has in terms of project management, so let's revisit now the criteria and considerations for a project management solution that we discussed earlier, and then we can see how an Office 365 Intranet stacks up. So features that you need. In terms of features that you need, as we just went through, an Office 365 Intranet provides core features that businesses most commonly use, spanning across project and task management and reporting. Then it's cost effective. In Office 365 Intranet, just like Office 365, is SaaS and subscription based and priced per user and feature set. In our case, BizPortals 365 is just priced per users, as all users get the full feature set. As I mentioned, in Office 365 Intranet connects to your Office 365, so there's minimal time and effort to set up, as well as maintain and continually update it, as this is handled by the vendor. So in the case of BizPortals 365, the setup and maintenance would be provided by us. So no IT resources or skills are needed to set up, maintain, or administer your Office 365 Intranet. Rather, it simplifies and minimizes your IT overhead. Then, if you are on Office 365, you already have the Office 365 and invested in Office 365. You're leveraging and getting more out of your existing investment. And then rather than going with another separate and costly project management solution, you have a tool, you're using your existing investment. And then you have the additional benefit of your project management solution being integrated with your intranet. So a key advantage there. And then flexibility. In Office 365 Intranet is flexible in that it integrates with your Office 365 and SharePoint, as well as your existing business systems and workflows. It is a turnkey, ready-to-go solution, but it can be customized to some of your specific needs. So it has flexibility in terms of customization. And then it's scalable. So as you grow and add more projects, documents, employees, these are easy to add. So an Office 365 Intranet can scale and grow with you as your business does. And then also you can continue to get regular product and security updates, so you can continue to get new and updated features. And there's little worry about your project management solution and Intranet becoming old and outdated, which is a common problem on any tool that you use. And then ease of use. So I mentioned the quick setup and enhanced UI, making it easy for all user levels, and it provides a solution that is simple and concise with features that businesses most commonly use. And then finally, product and technical updates. I mentioned the regular product and security updates and support that is provided. And with BizPortals 365, you have inbuilt self-help tools such as in-context help, how-tos, a knowledge base, and FAQs. So it requires little learning curve for all users at all levels. And then vendors, as we do, often provide additional technical support to help you with migration, implementation, and other Office 365 needs. So in sum, as a project management solution, and Office 365 Intranet meets really the core criteria that we laid out. So, but of course, an Office 365 Intranet for project management is not for everyone, depending on your needs. If you have highly complex project management needs and need an enterprise project management solution, then an Office 365 Intranet may not be right for you. So say, for example, if you need integrated budget reporting, time billing, and automated invoicing tied to your project management solution, then you may need a more complex, more enterprise, so to speak, project management solution. But an Office 365 Intranet for project management can be the right tool for you if you're looking to move or already on Office 365. So as we discussed, an Office 365 makes good sense for the reasons that we just discussed in this webinar. And then if you don't currently have a project management tool or have outgrown the capacity of your existing tool, whether it be spreadsheets or another tool that you're using currently, and it could be the right tool if your project management needs aren't highly complex, as I just mentioned, and you don't need a more complex enterprise project management software. And then if you don't want to use yet another project management or workplace tool and rather leverage your existing tools. And then finally, if you don't want to spend much time and resources to set up, maintain, and manage the tool and rather minimize your IT. So if these apply to you, then Office 365 Intranet as your project management solution could very well be the right solution for you. So with that, hopefully you now have a good picture of what an Office 365 Intranet is, what its project management capabilities are, and how it can help you achieve project management success. So now Anil will help you see all of this with a demo of our BizPortals 365 product.
Thanks, Sudhi. Thanks for a great introduction to Office 365 project management. Again, my name is Anil Gosani, and I'm the solutions lead, really focusing on customer requirements, translating them into implementations, right? And so I'm pretty close to the field and know all the ins and outs of how a project management solution would work. Again, my background is more in project management for a long time, combined with SharePoint and Office 365 expertise. So what we're going to do is walk through our product, BizPortals 365, and then look at just the project management feature of it. Okay, but a very, very quick introduction. Basically, BizPortals 365 Intranet solution on Office 365 really addresses 4 key areas. One is publishing of information, which any intranet would do. So we have a very easy way to publish information, share it with people. So again, just a very quick one. What you see in front of you is our homepage, and we have alerts, news, and announcements. Very easy for managers, executives to come and publish this information, not necessarily having to go to HR and IT to do this, right? So very easy to do that. Also, the next key feature is document management lifecycle. So really, SharePoint from its inception really focused on document management. All those features are still there, and then it really plays well into a project scenario where you have a lot of documents for a particular project, and it manages those documents very efficiently. Okay. The third feature of our intranet is forms automation. Basically, what you see here is a couple of forms on the right side, popular forms that we provide out of the box. Again, you can automate, digitize all your forms, bring it in, and have people fill out these and get it reviewed and approved, so on. And the fourth key feature is what we're going to talk about today, that is project management. So let's jump right into project management. Projects can be of two types in a company. One is either those get executed within a department, a specific department, or they get executed by cross-functional teams. Okay, so we accommodate both of those in our solution. So one is, if you see on the top left here, departments. So under a department, you could have projects, and then you have something called project site, and this is used to bring in cross-functional teams and execute projects. So let's go ahead and take a look at the marketing department specifically. Again, what you're looking at is a home page, and within a department, again, we are not going to go into all of the detailed functionalities here, but within a department, you could have projects here. So if you click on this, it would bring you to the project portfolio view for the marketing department specifically. You see the number of projects. There are 4 of them. You get a good summary view that there are 4 projects and all 4 are in progress. You could have a great way of searching for projects. Let's say you have 15, 20 projects running. You could search it by the project manager here. So let's say if I'm going to search it by a particular project manager, and I put that name in here on the middle section here, it changes this. It gives you all the projects that Alex is executing. If I remove this, then you see another project added here. Okay, and you can search for projects also by the time period, so last 6 months and so on. Okay, so with this portfolio view, again, all of this is out of the box. If you have some specific requirements for changing some information here for it to look a little different, we could work with you and do that. Okay, so within this portfolio view, you can go to a particular project by just simply clicking on it. And let me go ahead and show that to you. So I'm going to use this one in our demo. That is a digital marketing project. And this is how it looks like. Basically, this is the home page of a specific project. Okay, right on the top, you have a good summary view of the project. So how many days are remaining, how many issues, tasks open, how many action items, the status, and the end date. Right, so it gives you a great view of that. Then on the left side, you could get a project summary, actual start and end dates, and so on. What we enable, we understand that for projects, there's a lot of communication. Now, let's say a project manager or a team lead for the project, they want to announce something to the whole team. They can go ahead and make an announcement here. Very easy to do that. Again, you just go to this menu item, click on settings, and if you have the rights, you'll see this plus icon, click on it, and you could put an announcement for the project. Okay, and also you could send this notification to the project team or maybe to some external people also, if you wish. So 2 ways of doing that is not only publishing that information here, but also being able to notify people. Let me take you to the bottom of this page. That is discussions. So again, a lot of emails floating around between team members. How do you really make sense of 500 emails that you get every day? Well, for a specific project, you can use discussions here, and this is basically a chat communication just for the project team. So we have built that into our core out-of-the-box solution. Okay, moving back up. You can see some team members here. Again, very easy to add team members, give them privileges. You could, again, go to settings, and it's very easy to select a member, select the role that the person will play in the project. Okay, and just simply add them here. Okay, moving a little down on the left, you see this initiate web part here. Again, once you start executing a project, what people get lost really is in just pure execution. They want to go back, they look at the goals and objectives. It's very helpful for the project team. Usually that is not very easily available. It's probably sitting in some project charter document. But here, what we have provided is a great way for people to quickly click on these goals and objectives, look at them, look at the description of the project. You could put in resources, and you could have sub-projects. What we also do is let you create sub-projects for a particular project. Okay. So with this functionality, again, this is not out of the box. This is what our expertise in SharePoint is. We have taken this, the inherent, the framework of SharePoint, and we have enhanced it really with all this functionality. Okay. And then the one of the other key things for a project is issues, risks. Okay, that's just project management 101. Task list, again, very important. You could have basically all of this is customizable. So you could just add your own list items here. You could add a calendar view. Again, clicking on any of these changes the middle section. So as you can see, I'm clicking on tasks. You can see how easy it is to look at all the tasks. You can go ahead and create a new task. It just works like Excel spreadsheet. You could add the name, the title of the task, give it a priority, and some due dates. I'm just going to move out of this. Or if you wanted some additional key things to be added, you could add it in the form here. Okay. Again, all of this is purely customizable based on your requirements. With this, I would also like to point out that Sudhi mentioned earlier that if you want a truly enterprise level project management tool, yes, this is not necessarily built for that functionality. So if you wanted budget tracking, if you wanted, some very precise resource management functionality, we don't have that out of the box, but we can certainly work with you and enhance this project site feature. So the key is that you really should be using a product with the functionality that you really need. Okay, and that's the biggest difference. You go to enterprise project management tools, you don't necessarily end up using all of that functionality. Then why invest all the money and the time learning it and trying to implement it, right? So we have seen that in a lot of small to mid-sized businesses, that the need for certain things, is very limited, and we have provided a simple user interface for all of that functionality. All right, so we have tasks. Similarly, we have risks and issues. Again, you can name these lists as you want, and even the columns that you see here, you can customize these views and so on. All right, so this was really around some key lists that we provide for project management. Another key thing in a project is documents, right? So with every project, we provide a project library, as you can see here. This is basically a list of documents. So let me go ahead and get to those. So this is a document view for the project. Now what you can do is search for documents very easily. You just go and upload documents and you can search. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a keyword here that I'm searching for. Now I could search it in the title of a document. I could go ahead and search it in the content of a document, or if I've categorized it, so I could search for all of those, right? So let me go ahead and search in the title. So you see the result comes up instantaneously. And again, think of you running about 10 to 15 projects in a department. Each of these functionality becomes very critical, and you're seeing the ease of use here, that it's so easy to go ahead and get the search results, right, as you need. You can browse and upload a document. As I mentioned, it's very easy. Again, the interface, very simple. And at the point that you're bringing a document in, you can select a category and bring that in. And we also have subcategories. What that allows you to do is really go ahead and filter or sort all your documents by these categories. So let me just move out. Let me bring all the documents. And then if I click on category, you can see they're set up by those. Okay. So a document management feature is key. not only for the intranet, but specific for projects. We provide some action items here for each document. You can move them from one location to the other. You could download them. You can check out, check in again. That functionality provides, enables you to lock a particular document, check it out for editing, and then you can check it back in. You can see versions of the document by just clicking on this, so on. So if you would want archiving features or any retention policies in your project management, again, we can work with you and set all of those up because those are also inherently part of an enterprise version of Office 365. So depending on what version you use, we can work with you and set all these. All right. So going back to the project side, outside of documents, outside of the tasks, issues, and risks, we saw the milestones calendar. What else would you want? I think the most important thing then comes down to reports. Because either you want to see project progress reports or some details around those. And let me go ahead and bring that up. I'm trying to get there. Just a minute. All right. So here is a sample report. Now this is made using Power BI. Some of you might be familiar with Microsoft Power BI, which could be part of your Office 365, or you would purchase it separately. And you could have a report set up like this. Again, this is not out of the box, but we can work with you since we have expertise in Office 365. We can work with you and help you to generate these. So very easy to bring these reports, and let me see if I can show you. These could be, in fact, brought in at a project level. So or at a department level also. So as you can see here, this is a marketing department site. So you could have reports published here under quick links. This was a sample, but clicking on reports here would directly take you into those. All right. Okay. Now moving a little bit away from our project management here, what I would also like to just emphasize is some of you might have used Microsoft Flow, which is really a part of Office 365. It enables you to add workflows to any Office 365 app. Okay, so what you can do with your projects is simply come to Flow, create a workflow, specific workflow here. So this is a very simple example. We are not going to get into the details. But let's say when an item is created or modified, you want, that is in your project site, you want to create this probably in another tool, could be a task in your Outlook, could be a task generated in Microsoft Planner. So very easy to do all of those. Again, with Planner, I just want to show you this view that this is a very light project management tool offered by Office 365. If you have started using this, if you would want integration between Planner and the intranet project sites, we could very well work with you and get those also. Okay, get that set up. So again, if you want any more details around these, if you have questions, if you want a one-on-one demo, please reach out to us. And we'll be happy to set that up, get into the details of all of these apps, how they work together. All right. Moving back to our BizPortals 365 solution. Outside of projects, because when you're working on a project, that is an employee works on a project, you really want to be able to do some other things in the same interface. And what our intranet does very well is bring together, an employee center. So basically, along with executing projects, what you could do is manage your, or at least get a good view of your HR docs, your specific employee docs by going to Employee Center. So let me quickly take you there. So this is an Employee Center, great for you getting more information about employee-related documents, whatever HR publishes. So insurance, travel, all of these things are available right in the same interface. So project teams don't have to jump from one tool, that is a project management tool, and then log in into an HR tool. Everything is available right here in the intranet. So a great way for you to simplify your internal process, your internal information sharing and distribution is all by this intranet. All right. So with that, I think what I would do is probably we could move on to a Q&A. Last thing, again, I want to mention that whatever you saw in terms of the project site features for a department, we have the exact same view in a project site. So we won't repeat that. But essentially for cross-functional teams, the only difference would be really the team members that could be different, right, for the project. All right. So with that, let's move into Q&A. Let me see if there are any questions. Just give me a minute. Okay. So I have one question here. That is, can I use BizPortals with any version of Office 365? Yes, you can. And basically, there are 3 business versions. There are 3 enterprise versions of Office. As long as you have SharePoint, with that, we can deploy this tool. Okay. All right. The second one is all the functionality shown here? Is it out of the box? Yes, it is. So whatever you saw just now, again, as I mentioned, publishing information, employee management, document management, forms automation, project management, all of that is part of our intranet solution. So everything that you saw here comes out of the box. Okay. Okay. How can I use these project sites with external users? So let me talk briefly about that. With Office 365, let's say, for example, you had 50 users in your company, and you wanted to really collaborate with some external contractors or even showcase some information to your customers. Yes, you can do that. We can show you how to do that, but basically what you could do is create external users and get them to come into your intranet, but with security privileges, just have access to specific sections, okay, of your site. You could build new dashboards for them and so on, and we can work with you on all of those. All right, next. How can I use Microsoft Project and bring in the files to this intranet? So Microsoft Project, again, there are 2 different things here. One is Microsoft Project desktop version. Yes, you can create your project plans there. You can bring it into your documents here. If you wanted to get your tasks in, again, we can work with you. So let's say you had a lot of tasks in a Microsoft Project file, MPP file. We can work with you and get those in and integrate that with your task list in a project. Okay, and the other way of project is really Microsoft Project Server. That's an enterprise level tool. Again, if you have real enterprise needs and you are going to use all that functionality, you can use that. We won't be integrating with Microsoft Project Server, but again, for lighter project management, this is a way to go. Okay. All right, we'll take just one last question. We're running out of time. Do you have a way to use Kanban boards? Yes. So what we're doing in future version, we are enhancing our project management functionality. We are bringing in a visual interface. So just like you would use Kanban boards, we are bringing that in. You can drag and drop tasks, categorize them into buckets, and be able to visually see them. And also with that, we are, in the next couple of versions, we are going to bring in Gantt chart views. So we are enhancing our project management slowly with all of these features. Again, if you have any specific needs, please feel free to reach out at our email, that is bizinfo@bizportals.com, or you can even call us at this. Okay. With that, I think we are out of time now. Thank you all for attending this webinar. And again, if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.